So I made a game in which are you able to see my screen? I have a list, and that list has few words. Okay. In my list, I'm having Krishna, Rama, and Sita. Now you see how this game is getting played and you try to code. It is just a sort of recap. I'm not teaching you anything new now. Once we finish this, then we will go to new. So if I play this game, it has chosen a random word, and that random word is represented by dashes here. You don't know the word actually. Now you have to guess the word. I think you would have played this game with your friends. You put a word, then if the letter is guessed correctly by a friend, you fill that. If it is not, then you draw a hangman. Okay. So once you complete the hangman, that means your friend loses. Before completing the hangman, uh, if the word is completed, your friend wins. So here I'm going to guess the letter. If it is, for example, the actual word I know it is Rama. Okay, because there is only it could be Rama or Sita. Anything. We don't know what has come. Let us guess the word, letter as yes. So I think it is Sita. So yes, and it is saying how many lives you have. Okay. So next letter, if I'm guessing, say I'm guessing Z. Okay, enter. So it is not filled anything and the number of lives has come down. Now again, I am typing I. Oh no, let me type A. So S is filled, A is filled, and my lives remain 3. Now I'm putting I, enter. So I is filled, T if I put enter. So it says you win. We have 3 lives and you win. So again, I'm playing the game. So this is a bigger word. Let me type the word Z, enter. Now Z letter is not there. So you have, it says it has 3 lives. Again, I'm putting some random letter T. It is not there. I'm putting R. Yes, R is there. Then I'm putting O, enter. Now only one more chance I have. Let me put Z once again and says you have 0 lives, no more lives. Here we can say instead of no more lives, you lose. You have no 0 lives, you lose. Did you understand this game? So what is the code I am having is I am having a list of words. From that list, you have to build this game. I will give you 10 minutes. Try to do it. Will you be able to do it? It involves very simple things that we already learned, like while loop, for loop, if condition. Then we have joining the letters in the list. That's all. It's not complicated. It is slightly difficult, but I hope you will be able to do it. Try to do it and let me know. So now it is 6:50, 6:13. So 6:22 or 6:23, you should be able to do it. 10 minutes I will give you. Try to do it. Did you understand the question?
Sir, can you explain once again?
Okay, we will just play the game once again. Okay. Now there is a list of words. Okay, the program should randomly choose one word. Okay, and display like this and ask the player to guess the letter. So, for example, I'm going to guess a letter. So, just for example, I'm putting K. I know the word is Krishna because that is the only word which is long in this list. So, Krishna. See, that first blank is replaced by K. I'm still having 4 lives. Assume we only 4 lives is there. You can say 5 lives, 10 lives, or 2 lives, whatever it is. Now, if I make a wrong guess, for example, Z is a wrong guess. Enter. See, the number of lives decreased. Now again I'm making a wrong guess, X. It decreased. F, enter, decreased. T, enter. So it says you have 0 lives, no more lives. Instead of no more lives, you can say you lose. Okay, let us play this game once again. Okay, now it has chose a 4-letter word. Now let us put A here. Enter. See, I think the word is Rama. So A was replaced. A was replaced in these 2 positions. I have 4 more lives. If I say R, Then RA, one more dash is there, one more guess I have to make. If I make right guess, it should say I win and it should exit. I'm pressing M, enter. 4 lives. And you have win. You won. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Do we need
Okay.
to display the names that they need to guess?
No, 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 no. You should not display. Then they will easily guess, right? Once
So they
again, I'll
don't
show
know.
you. Once again, I'll show you. Once you start playing, it should display how many letter word. That's all. And it should ask you to guess the letter. Understood? It
Yes,
should
sir.
display
So
this
they
one.
don't know. So they'll not know like we need to enter Krishna, Rama, Sita. So they will not know the word itself. Like they should enter randomly. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah. They have to guess the random letter.
okay, sir? Okay, got it, sir.
Maybe you can say clue like it is a god's name, it's a fruit's name, it's a vegetable name. That is not how it is. Generally, when we play, we will just put a word. That's all. We have to guess the letter one by one and finally win the game.
Okay, sir, got it.
Or you have to tell the player that the word is a fruit. So it's slightly easier when compared to just any random word.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Please try it. Let us see. I'll give you 10 minutes for this. Then I will explain the code. Then we'll go to new topic. Those who have joined late, I will tell you what has to be done. We are programming a game. Like the game is like there is a list of words. From the list of words, computer will randomly choose a word and display like this. We have to guess the letter. For example, I'm guessing A. So the last letter in the randomly chose word is A, so it was replaced. If I make a wrong guess, it will decrease my number of lives from 4 to 3. Then so on, we have to play the game until we win the game or we lose the game. See, after you win the game, it will exit. Otherwise, it will say you have 0 lives and you lose. Let me play the game once again. It is a long word. So I'm just pressing Z. So I lost the game because I did not guess any of the letters. I have no more lives. So those who have joined late, I have given the task to students to make this program. So try to do it. Then we will discuss together. Don't try to achieve the coding in one shot. Line by line, you try to achieve. First, you have to get the word, then display dashes. Are you able to do it? Then you guess the letter, compare the letter with the letters in the actual word, that you see whether it is happening or not. Then you go for replacing the letter. Then you think about lives. Like that, you go step by step. Break the problem into smaller pieces, then you address the problem. Then only we will one shot. If you try to code everything and to print the result, it is not going to work that easily. It requires considerable programming experience to come to that level. I'm not saying not possible, possible, but you have to practice more. So make the problem. Even if you are an expert, still you have to break the problems into smaller pieces, then try to execute it. And it need not that my logic and your logic should be same, or your logic and your friend's logic should be same. Only thing we want the expected result, whatever logic it is. Okay, I hope you have given a try. Don't worry, even if you got it. When I started programming, it took me 3 hours to do the programming. Those who want to try it, still you can try it. But I'm going to explain the code which I have written. The logic, my logic may not be the same as yours. Don't worry. Those who have not understood or struggling little bit, you can just listen to this part of my class so that you will be able to do it at a later point of time. Okay. So first thing, I'm importing random so that we will be able to catch a random word. So I'm making a list. This list explicitly I'm making it as a three word list. You can ask the input user to give the inputs like that. Also you can make it. That also we studied in the previous classes. Then I'm choosing a word. using this random module choice, any one of these three, using this random dot choice of words. So this is going to pick a random word from this words list, store it in the computer. That is the first step. Then I'm going to make a list, okay, empty list, to print the dashes equivalent to the word in the computer. So for letter in computer, because I know computer, actually we should say computer underscore, I'll put computer word so that it is easy to understand. For time, for reducing the time, I can display like that. So computer underscore word, for each letter in computer underscore word, this in display list, I am going to put one dash. Then finally display. So this is the second step. What is that step? To display dashes equivalent to the number of letters in the computer chosen word. Then I'm saying play equal to true. This why I'm putting play equal to true means when the life is 0, I will make this play equal to false so that we will not enter the while loop. This is the while loop. What is the while loop? While play, that means what? While play equal to true. I already declared play equal to true. So when this condition with this line is red, while play means I am asking is is play equal to true. If you want, you can type here as while play equal to true. That is also fine. Otherwise, while play anything. So while play, so it will go and see guess. It will say guess the letter. It is asking for the first letter. Then for position in range length of display. That means this display letter is there, na? This display. How many length? For that length, we have to run the loop to check each position. If guess equal to computer position of that word, computer underscore word, that means first it will be 0. Computer underscore position of 0 will be the first letter. If that letter is equal to guess, then that position will be changed. That means the first dash will be changed to the letter. If that guess is not in the word, then life will be decreased by 1. Again, I repeat, this is the third part of the problem. First part of the problem is getting the random word. That is this one. Second part of the problem is displaying dashes equal to the number of letters in the word. Then starting the play. I am starting by saying play equal to true. So while true, it is asking guess the letter. You guess the letter. Then what is this position in range? That means range is what? Length of display. That means it is a 5-letter word means 5 is the range. Range of 5. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Position in range of 5 means 0 in range of 5. What is this range of 5? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 is in the range. So it will go into this loop. You already guessed the word. Guess the letter. So that assume it is A. A equal to computer word position. This position is coming from here. So computer word of position 0. Is that equal? If that is equal, change that dash to the letter. If that is not equal, then you reduce the number of life. Then you display. Why it is displaying means to check whether you guessed it rightly or not. That's why you display. Then also you display the number of life. If you have guessed it rightly, then the number of life will not change. If you have guessed it wrong, it will reduce. Then this lines I am writing to check whether we have won or not. So actual means actual is a variable. What I'm doing in this variable, what I'm doing is I'm joining the letters of the list in that display. That I'm going to compare with the computer chosen word. If this actual word that was formed because of your guessing is equal to the computer word, then it will say you win. Once you win, the game is over, right? Then it will make the play to false. Then the loop will go where? Top of while loop. And now play is false. So it will not go inside the loop at all and it will come out. That's all. If you are not making guesses and your life has become 0, that time also it will make play equal to false and it will say no more lives. Maybe we can change this to you lose. That's all. Did people understand the logic? If anybody wants me to repeat a particular logic, I will explain to you once again. If not, we will go to the next topic. You can try this at your leisure time. I am putting in this in the chat. I'm putting in the chat. Now, before I go to the next topic, I want you to tell me whether you want me to explain some part of this code. Any part of the code. See, it was not built in 10 minutes. I gave you only 10 minutes. That is not, if you have not done it in 10 minutes, doesn't mean you are not knowing programming. I took 3 hours for this program. Because I don't have much time, I'm just giving you limited time so that you will get some experience. Later on, you can continue with that. Yes, what is the doubt? Madhav Krishna?
Sir, can you tell me how does this dot join work, sir?
Dot join, okay.
Yes,
just
sir.
a minute. Just a minute. See, if you have a list, okay? You have a list of letters. And you want to make this as a string. The list letters are there, now you want to make it a string. So you can use it as that dot join you have to use. Dot join of list. So what this will do is, whatever is there in the list, it is going to make it into this string combined. So if you say print string, it should print AB. One, if you want, I'll put C, comma D, etc. Why I made this in our program means, why I made in this program means, finally, when all your letters are guessed, it will be in the form of a list, correct? Like display will be like this. For example, Rama is the word. R A M, like this. The display will be like this, but computer word will be RAMA. How do you compare this? In order to compare this, I am making this list into a string and then comparing the display with computer word. That's all.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Got it.
Okay. Anybody else? Please raise your doubts. Don't think that your doubt will be silly or people will already know this. I don't know, like that. Please, yes. What's your doubt, Sarvesh?
Sir, actually, I did not understand that display of position, that portion, sir. The third part. I mean.
1 minute. Yeah, just here. See.
Yes.
For position in range, what this will give is, it will give this range is there, na, is length of display. What is the length of display? If the display word, actually you can make it as display word. That display is the word. That word length is 4. Assume the length is 4. Okay. So for position in range of 4, print position. What it will print? Can you tell me? What it will print?
Sir, will it print the full word from starting till 4? I mean, from
no. Here in this code alone, for position in range 4. what print position means what it will print. Or if I say I in range of 4, what it will print?
Sir, will it print like if it is a list, like will it print it from 0
No
index
list.
to 14?
We are looping in a range 4. We are looping in a range of 4. That means what it will print for I?
Sir, will it print I 4 times? Like
No, pa. This I is what? This I is going to, I is nothing but first for 0 in the range of 4. Is 0 in the range of 4?
yes, sir.
So it will print 0. Then again I will increment to 1. Then for 1 in the range of 4. Is 1 in the range of 4?
Yes, sir.
So it's going to print, you see what it's going to print.
Oh, so is it only 0, 1, 2, 3? Like is
It is going to print 0, 1, 2, 3. Correct?
okay.
Now you
Okay.
come to the program. So here what is happening is computer word of position means computer word of 0 means what? Computer word of 0 means what? See here, for
Only
example, you
first
see
one.
computer equal to Krishna.
So
Okay.
first letter, sir.
First letter. It's first letter, right? So the
Yes, sir.
first letter is compared with the your guess.
Okay, sir.
If that matches, then first letter will be changed. If the second letter
Okay.
is according to guess, then it will change. If the last letter is according to the guess, then that will change. That's all.
So where is the position changing? Oh, okay, in the for loop. Okay.
Position is changing in the for loop, right? If it is
Okay,
confusing, you can put this I. Change this to I. That's all.
okay, sir. Now got it, sir. Thank you.
Position, why I put position means easy to understand. Position of the letter. Correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other doubts?
No.
Any other doubts, clarification? Please let me know. Please raise your hands if you have any other doubts. Otherwise, we'll proceed to the next topic. Okay, I hope you're all clear. Did all of you go through that Robo website thing? Did you try? How many of you tried? Raise your hands, please. That Robo thing. That was there to make you familiar with while loop, if loop, for loop, function. Did you all try that Robo thing? Anybody else? Please raise your hands, those who have tried. Those who have tried, please raise your hands. I am putting in the chat box once again. What is that? Reborg's world. Okay. In that hurdle 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to try and finish it. Reborg's world. Hurdle 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 1% tried. Others, please don't waste your money and time. It is your money. It is your time. You should make use of that. I spent so many hours on that to practice while loop, if loop, for loop to get my logic going. It will be very helpful for you. Those who have not tried, please try it. Okay. Now we are going to the next topic. Okay. Now we have already seen what are functions. We have seen what are functions. How do we define a function? How you define a function? So we say def, give a function name, then parenthesis followed by colon. So we are defining a function, then giving a name for the function, then parenthesis open and close parenthesis followed by colon. Then if you press enter, it will automatically indent itself. You should remember my first class, I told you Python is case sensitive and it is indentation sensitive also. If you do anything mistake in indentation, it will not run properly. Now indentation. Now in this function, you are going to call certain, you are going to do something. So here define function, then do something. When function is called. Okay, so here assume we are going to, for example, we will call print statements. Print statements is my function name, so I'm going to print hello. Hello, enter, print how are you, then print hope you are doing well. So whenever I call this function print statement, these three will be printed. So in your program, assume you want this every now and then these lines to be printed. So instead of typing this print three statements every now and then, you just call the function, then these three lines will be printed. That is the use of functions. You want to do something repeatedly. For example, in that robo, we wanted the robo to jump. So that jumping has a sequence, 5-6 lines. So instead of writing that 5-6 lines at every jump, we are writing one function jump, and when the jump function is called, that 5-6 lines are repeatedly run. So in hurdle 1 or 2, there will be 6 jumps. So 6 times jump will be called. I'm using a for loop there. So let us call this function. How do you call this function? Let me call this function by saying print underscore statement. If I run this now, these 3 lines will be printed. Please see the console. What happens? See, hello, how are you? Hope you are doing well. So again, I can call this somewhere in the program. Again, I'm calling print statement again. So no matter how many times you call, that many times that function will be repeated. This is the use of function. Now, if you want to print hello, the name of a person, for example, hello name, put an F string here. This name has to be passed into the function. So I'm putting a name here. And in print statement, I'm putting Krishna. So what happens is this Krishna will go into this variable name and that will start get printed here. So if I just remove these 2 lines, so I'm calling a function and I'm passing something in the function. This value goes into this variable name and that goes for our whatever we want to do. It is not alone printing, whatever we want to do, we can do. Okay, so let us run this and see. Hello Krishna. Now, if I want to say next somewhere in the program after some work, I'm saying I'm calling this function with a different name. Then this Rama will be passed on to this function and that will be printed. Let me see what is printing here. You see, hello Krishna, hello Rama. So this is called argument. This Krishna is called argument. You are passing an argument to the function. Now I can say here instead of like name equal to Krishna, and I'm passing that name here. Name. So name equal to Krishna. So this Krishna is passed on to this and it goes here and gets printed. Just see what happens. Krishna. Hello Krishna. So this name is called as the parameter. and the value you are sending to the name is called as argument. Okay, for example, let me see, I'm going to define a different function which will do addition for me. So I'm saying addition is my function name, followed by parenthesis, close it. Here I have to say C equal to, no, print, no, let me see. Okay, C equal to A plus B, then I have to print C. Okay, in this argument I'm going to send A comma B. Okay, now assume I'm taking input from the user A equal to 5 and B equal to 8. Then I'm calling the function addition and I have to pass on this argument. Okay, see, it is already saying, because addition is already, the software is helping us. Addition is a function name and it is asking send A comma B. So I send A comma B. So this 5 will be passed on to this and 8 will be passed on to this. And here this function will do the addition and print the value. What it will print the value as? 13. It should print as 13. Can you see it is printed as 13?
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, now before that you just experience this now. So A, B are called as parameters and the value that we sent into the parameter is called as arguments. Okay, so we can have function without arguments and with arguments. So first when I printed hello, how are you? Hope you are well. That was without the arguments. Here you're sending the arguments. Okay, so these arguments, for example, okay, before that we proceed, I'll just give you one problem. Now you have to take down the question. You have to calculate the area to be printed. Sorry, the area to be painted. You are going to supply the height and width, of the area. It should tell you what area has to be painted. Using functions, can you make the program? You have to paint an area. You have to send in the height. You have to ask the user what is the height. You have to ask the user what is the width. Then the function should calculate the area and give you. Try to do this before we go on to the next thing. Once done, please raise your hand. Once you're done, you raise your hands and paste that code in the chat also. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I did not unmute myself. So this is a program written. So A is the height and B is the length. Now, function is written which calculates the area A star B and prints that. So better what I ask student is better instead of writing A, B, you write height, width, so that when somebody reads the code, they will easily understand. That's all. Otherwise, the code is fine. So I'm just running the program. It asks for the height of the building. You just enter 3. Then it asks for the length of the building, 6. So the area to be painted is 18 meters square. Is anybody having any doubts, clarification in defining a function, how to call a function, how to send arguments? Is there any doubts, clarifications? Is there any doubt or clarification in this regard? Okay, I hope there's no doubt. Now let us see a different one. Now I'm going to print something. Okay, define print underscore statement. Okay, print hello, Mr. Name. Okay, hello, Mr. Name. Okay, name I have to get it from the thing. Then I'm hope you are coming from location question. So name equal to Krishna and location equal to say Srirangam. Okay. Now I have to print this. So print. Okay. Print underscore statement. And I have to pass the name and location. So name and location. Is this clear? Any doubts? I hope there's no doubt in what I've written. So it is going to hello, Mr. Krishna. Hope you are coming from Srirangam. That is what we want. Okay. Let us see whether it gives the right thing or not. So hello, Mr. Krishna. Hope you are coming from Srirangam. That's what we want. Now if I say, if I change this, okay. Now if I change this, if I send location, what do you expect to be printed? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what is to be, what you are expecting to be printed? What you are expecting? Can you unmute and speak? What will be printed now?
Sir, it will show
Location will be in place of names.
yes, sir.
So here, if I print this, it will say, hello, Mr. Srirangam, are you coming from Krishna? Why? Because this name and location are called as positional arguments. Okay. So what this positional argument means? So whatever you send in the first place will go to the first parameter here. Whatever you send in second will go to the second parameter here. These are called as positional. So if you change something, it will meaning will change. So if you want to give exactly what it is, means you have to say here. Just a minute. So in this case, this is called as positional arguments. You should not change the position. So according to the position, it will print. Now, if you want to change the order, then we have to send something as keyword argument. Okay, keyword argument. So here, for example, to easy understanding, I'm putting A, and here I'm putting it as B. Okay, so here I can say location equal to B and name equal to A. I think it should print properly. Let us see. Can you see here? Even if I change the position, it has printed, hello, Mr. Krishna. Hope you are coming from Srirangam. So these are called as keyword arguments. Like this also, we can send arguments into the function. So you can name this anything, but you should say location equal to that. Is this concept clear? Is that concept clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there's a challenge for you. You have to write a program which is having a function. So you have to pass an integer. It should say whether that integer is prime or not. You are passing one integer. You ask the user to enter an integer, and the function should return whether it is prime or not. That is the challenge. Please try it. I'll give you 5 minutes for that. Please try it. Once done, please raise your hands and post it in the chat box. Once you completed, you can put the code in the chat box. I will just go through it. If you have any doubt, you can unmute and speak. Has anyone got it? Has anyone got it?
Sir, can you give 1 more minute, please, sir?
Yeah, do it. Has anybody done it? If you have done it, please post it. The logic is simple. If the number is divisible by any other number apart from itself and 1, then it is not prime. That is the logic you have to build. If the number is divisible by any other number except 1 and itself, then it is not prime. You have to build the logic for that. That's all. And you should use for loop and if loop if required. and that all these things should be done in a function. So you call the function with the integer. You should go to the function to do this checking and print whether it is prime or not. That's all. If you completed, please paste the code in the chat box. Let me see it.
Sir, you're on mute, sir.
Sorry, I explained just a minute. I'll just go back on everything. I was explaining without unmuting. So, okay, this is the code given by the student. Okay, there is a small error. For example, sir, here we are printing, we are taking the input, converting to int, and that we are sending as an argument to this function prime. So, the number, if it is assume the number is 2, so it will be 2 comma 2. That means it will not go into the loop at all because 2 comma 2 means nothing. It should be 2 comma 3 or 2 comma 4. Then only starting number will be there. Here you are saying starting number and ending number same. It will not work. See here, I run this program. I'm entering 2. So I just enter. See, nothing is happening. Actually, 2 is a prime number, right? It is not printing. That is because of this problem here. So I'm correcting this slightly. Okay. By my logic. So is underscore prime equal to true. If is underscore prime print prime, else so what will happen here is I'm going to remove these things. So if 2 comes, this loop will not be executed because is prime is already true. It is asking question. If is prime is true, then print prime. So already it is true, it is going. So let us run this program. So enter the number 2, it is entered. So it has become prime. Now when 3 comes, then only this it will go into this loop. So 2 comma 3 means I will be 2 first. So 3 divided by 2, it is not equal to 0. So since is prime is equal to true, it will be printed as prime. But when 4 comes, 4 divided by 2 equal to 0, yes, then prime will be changed to false. So when this condition is checked, it will print it as not prime. Let us print it. So enter a number 2, nothing will happen. So prime it is. So enter number 4, it will say not prime. I hope the student who pasted the code understood what was this. It was a minor error. Okay. It was a minor error. Namita, did you understand what is the minor error?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I hope this is a simple program where the function takes an argument and gives us the output. Okay.
Sir,
Now, yes.
instead of just changing the range from 2 to A, instead of 2 to A, just changing it to 2 to A plus 1 will also work, right?
A plus
A
1.
plus 1. Yes, sir.
A plus, actually, we don't want to include this number, ma, because in that case, 2 will be coming, right?
Yes, sir.
When 2 comes, 2 divided by 2 equal to 0, prime will be false, then it will say not prime. 2 prime, right? We should not check the, because number, what is the condition? The number should not be divisible by any other number except 1 and itself, right? If you
Yes, sir.
include 2 here, then it will be divisible by itself and this flag will change according to my logic.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood, right? We don't want to include that last number because a prime number is divisible by itself. So what, if you are going to include that number, again you have to do some checking to remove that number. Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we go to the next problem? We go to the next problem. So here I'm going to do some coding encoding. This I'm posting it in the chat. You can copy it and keep it. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the user to enter a text. This particular problem is called as Caesar cipher, where the original word is encoded to some other word by using a shift. For example, if I use a shift of 1, and the entered letter is A, it will give the output as B. That means shifted as 1. So how they used to send messages means they will take the word, shift each character by a specific number, encoded word they will send, and also they will say what is the number. The other person will retract back and get the original word. Did you understand the problem? So here I'm going to give a word and I'm going to say how much is the shift. If I give the word and the shift and I'm going to pass that parameter to the function, it will give us a encoded word that can be decoded again based on the shift. Okay. Now why I'm giving as A to Z, again A to Z means if that word had Z and I'm going to shift it, it will become out of range. Correct? Did you understand that point? If the word has Z and I shift it to some other position, it will go beyond the range. Then it will give a range error. Correct? In order to avoid that, that's why I am having A to Z, again A to Z. So if I give Z, it will shift 1, 2, 3 depending upon the shift. Did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have to get from the user, we have to get whether we want to encode or decode. Okay. First we have to encode or decode. So let us ask direction or do what to do. Okay. What to do will be input. Do you want to encode or decode? We have to give encode or decode. Then we have to say text what you want to encode. So that will be input. Enter your text. Now shift. We want to shift by how much? That will be int or input or int of input. It should be int of input because it's a numerical. Enter the shift value. Now based on this we have to do it. Now if what underscore to do equal to encode. So here just ensure the user is typing encode only. Here I'm putting dot lower so that even if he uses some caps, it will be made it into lowercase. If it is encode, what you have to do? Encode text comma shift. Now what is this encode? I'm going to define a function. Define encode text I should get, then shift I should get. That should be function. Now what should this encode do? For every, this is having a text, right? This is having a text. So each letter it should shift. Okay. So for letter in text, that means it is going to loop. It is going to loop in this text, correct? For letter in text, what should it do? We want to get that letter where it is. For example, if it is C, Then from C, it should shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So first we should get the position of the C or this A or whatever letter. So first I'm going to get the position in that loop. So let us get the position. Position equal to alphabet dot index of that letter. Up to this, have you understood? I am getting the position of the letter in that word. So instead of this text, I will put it as word so that it will be easy. Up to this, any doubts, please let me know. I am getting one letter from that word and that letter position in this list because I'm going to shift it based on that position. Is that understood? Up to this, any doubts is there? Please unmute and speak. Please unmute and speak up to this. I hope nothing is there. Now, before that, I will make an encoded underscore word, encoded word equal to an empty string. Now, after I get the position, I am going to say encoded underscore word equal to encoded word plus alphabet. Okay. Position plus shift. Did you understand this? So position, if it is 1 plus shift whatever we give, that word it will put it into encode. Every time this loop is running, it will be joining. Up to this, any doubts are then finally, once the loop is completed, print the encoded word. In this coding, please let me know if there are any doubts. So here you have the alphabet list. I'm having 2 sets of alphabets because if any letter is Z, then to take care of the shift, I'm putting this. Then I am asking what do you want to do? Whether you want to encode or decode. And that I'm making it as dot lower because accidentally if the user puts a caps, we want to do it a if condition checking here. That's why I'm making everything as lower. Then it is asking for word. Then we have to give the word. Then how much places to shift? That is also we have to take it. Then this word and shift should be passed to the function encode if the user wants encode. Any doubts or clarification in this, please let me know. Please, have you understood the problem? Have you understood the code? If any doubt is there, please let me know because I'm going to, based on this, I'm going to make a complicated problem out of this and give you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us run this problem and see. I'm just saying enter. What is there? I never closed. Somewhere print statement. Which line? 17, line number 17. Okay, int of. So it is asking, do you want to encode or decode? I will say encode. Enter. Then it is asking for a text. simply I will put A, enter. If I put the shift value 1, what should be our expected output? What should be our expected output?
So B.
It has printed B. Now let us put another word and see. Do you want to encode or decode? Encode, enter, enter the text. Hello, enter, shift value say 9. It is going to give you this complex thing. Up to this you have understood. Now you have to send this word again. You have to send the shift to the other person. He will reverse it and he will get the exact word. Did you understand this problem?
Yes, sir.
This logic I will put it in the chat box now, and I'm going to give you a challenge and finish up the class so that you can try it. Okay. Now challenge for you is I am typing that also in the chat box. Challenge is 1. You have to use a single to encode and decode. Then if any space special character number is there, it should be retained. If any space special character number is there, it should be retained. Next is, if you should ask the user whether you want to repeat or not. If yes, again the code should run. Fourth thing is, if the user gives a shift value very high value, example 45, what will you do? Okay. Then fifth, if possible, there should be only one function for both encode and decode. I put the chat in the chat. I have put the conditions. Please make a note of it. And if there's any doubt, please let me know. Please let me know. You break the problem. Small steps you do. First you do for encoding, then you do for decoding. Then if any other thing is there, how to attack it. Then if how to run this in a loop. Then the last one. Then try to put everything in one function. I think it will be interesting for you to implement whatever you have learned. Is it not?
Yes, sir.